Hello everyone. In this video, we'll see email in the internet. Let me give you an introduction about the email. Email is an asynchronous communication medium. People send and read messages when it is convenient for them without having to coordinate with each other schedules. Electronic mail is fast, easy to distribute, and inexpensive. Modern email has many powerful features including messages with attachments, hyperlinks, HTML formatted text, and embedded photos. In this video, we'll examine the application layer protocols, that is SMTP, that are at the core of the internet email. Before we go into in-depth discussion, let us see a high-level view of the internet mail system and its key components. The following figure shows a high-level view of the internet mail system. As we can see from this diagram that it has three major components: user agents, mail servers, and the simple mail transfer protocol, that is SMTP. Now we'll see each of these components. Here in this context, I'll consider two users. One is Arun and another one is Rahul. Arun is a sender sending an email message to a recipient, Rahul. User agents allow users to read, reply, forward, save, and compose messages. User agents like Microsoft Outlook and Apple Email are examples of user agents for email. When Arun is finished composing his mail, his user agent sends the message to his mail server, where the message is placed in the mail server's outgoing message queue. When Rahul wants to read a message, his user agent retrieves the message from his mailbox in his mail server. Each recipient, such as Rahul, has a mailbox located in one of the mail servers. Rahul's mailbox manages and maintains the messages that have been sent to him. A typical email message starts its journey in the sender's user agent, travels to the sender's mail server, and travels to the recipient's mail server, where it is deposited in the recipient's mailbox. When Rahul wants to access the messages in his mailbox, the mail server containing his mailbox authenticates Rahul with username and password. If Arun's server cannot deliver mail to Rahul's server, Arun's server holds the message in a message queue and attempts to transfer the message later. Reattempts are often done every 30 minutes. If there is no success after several days, the server removes the messages and notifies the sender, that is Arun, with an email message, that is message not sent to the Rahul. Here SMTP application layer protocol is used. SMTP is the principal application layer protocol for internet email. It uses the reliable data transfer service of TCP to transfer mail from the sender's mail server to the recipient mail server. As with the most application layer protocol, SMTP has two sides. One is the client side and another is the server side. The client side, which executes on the sender's mail server, and the server side, which executes on the recipient's mail server. When a mail server sends mail to the other mail server, it acts as an SMTP client. When a mail server receives mail from the other mail servers, it acts as a SMTP server. SMTP, which is defined in RFC 5321, RFC is also abbreviated as Remote Function Call. SMTP is at the heart of the internet email. SMTP transfers messages from sender's mail servers to the recipient mail servers. To show the basic operation of SMTP, let's consider an example through a scenario. Suppose Arun wants to send an email to the Rahuls as a ASCII message. So here are the following steps shows how the Arun will send a mail to the Rahul. First step, Arun invokes his user agent for email, provides Rahul's email address, for example, rahul@someschool.edu, and composes a message and instructs the user agent to send the message. Second step, the Arun's user agent sends the message to his mail server where it is placed in a message queue. In third step, the client side of the SMTP running on Arun's mail server sees the message in his message queue. It opens a TCP connection to an SMTP server running on the Rahul's mail server. Fourth step, after some initial SMTP handshaking, the SMTP client sends Arun's message into the TCP connection. Fifth step, at Rahul's mail server, the server side of the SMTP receives the message. Rahul's mail server then places the message in Rahul's mailbox. Last step, the Rahul invokes his user agent to read the message at his convenience. Let's now take a closer look at how SMTP transfers a message from a sending mail server to a receiving mail server. First, the client SMTP running on the sending mail server host establish a TCP connection at the port number 25 at the server SMTP server. If the server is down, the client tries again later. Once this connection is established, the server and client perform some application layer handshaking. Just like as humans often introduce themselves before transferring information from one to another, SMTP clients and servers introduce themselves before transferring information. During this SMTP handshaking phase, that is, the SMTP client indicates the email address of the sender and the email address of the recipient. Once the SMTP client and server have introduced themselves to each other, the client sends the message. SMTP can rely on the reliable data transfer service of TCP to get the message to the server without errors. The client then repeats this process over the same TCP connection if it has other messages to send to the server. Otherwise, it closes the TCP connection. So this is how the SMTP works. One of the famous Indian business has introduced a webmail. Can you comment his name and the name of the webmail onto this video? In the next video, we will see the mail access protocols. Thank you for watching this video.